Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the study session for Psychology 142, otherwise known as Industrial Organizational Psychology. We're going to be going for about 5 hours. Let's begin. Okay, what are transformational leaders? They are role models. From follower expectations, what comes next? Follower outcomes. Why did I drop frames again? Is there an update I'm missing? No, I'm definitely connected to the internet. Weird. Domineering, pushy, manipulative, loud, conceited, selfish. What is tyranny? Leaders and people do not treat people the same, i.e. in groups, high preference. That's leader-member exchange. What is dedication? Motivated, dedicated, hardworking. Information source. Get info collectively from group, decision maker, group consensus. What are behavioral leaders? Group decision. The ability to guide a group toward the achievement of goals. That is what is leadership. What are the 6 key factors to implicit leadership theories? Sensitivity, intelligence, dedication, dynamism, tyranny, and masculinity. How did Fiedler die? He fell off a roof. What do behavioral theories of leadership focus on? The behaviors common to effective leaders. To be a CEO or a senior executive, what do you need to be? You need to be a leader from the earliest position. Fiedler's basic contingency model in situation 8, least favorable, poor group atmosphere, low task structure, and weak leader power position, which is better? Task oriented. From leader expectation, what comes next? Follower expectations. What is leadership training based on? Behavioral theory. Fiedler's contingency model, path goal theory, decision making model, and leader member exchange model. These are contemporary. No, these are not. These are contingency because Fiedler's contingency theories of leadership. Charismatic leadership, transformational leadership, leadership theories. These are contemporary. Okay. Close. Effective leadership equals match between the leader's style and leader's degree of control and influence in the work situation. This is Fiedler's contingency theory. Both types of behaviors of effective leadership. University of Michigan. University of Michigan was task-oriented behavior, relationship-oriented behaviors. Why does explicit theory leadership exist for? To choose leaders. Leader and follower-centric approach. Leaders based on leaders' perception of followers. Leaders have prototypes of what followers are supposed to be like. 6 key factors of lift. Okay. These are leaders' implicit followership theories. I mean, LIFT is leaders' implicit followership theories, and they are bringing up lift here. What do we get? 100%. Okay. Home. Folder. Psych. Chapter 13. Test. I will vote for that man for any office because he is born a leader. This statement indicates a belief in which theory of leadership? The great man theory. Terry, who owns a printing press, must decide whether or not to expand the business hours from 12 to 24 hours a day. According to the decision-making model, Terry should answer a series of questions before adopting a decision-making strategy. According to Fiedler's contingency model, relationship-oriented leaders are more effective than task-oriented leaders in situations that are neither favorable nor unfavorable. Based on the leadership grid, a leader with high concern for people and for production would be appropriate for team management. According to Fiedler, in situations that are very unfavorable for the leader, it would be wise to choose someone who has a low LPC score. Researchers speculate that charisma leaders may possess exceptionally high social skills. Okay, LPC in industrial organization. Okay, this thing. So this was actually a grid. So 1 is good, 8 is bad, 5, 6 is okay. In the middle, you want a relationship oriented, and then for the rest, you want task or structured, unstructured. Leader concerned about employees' attitudes, well-being, and feelings represent which of the following categories of leader behavior? Consideration. I will vote for that man for any office because his father was the president. That's great man theory. When Sam, a manufacturing manager, realized that an important shipment might be late, he asked the assistant manager for her ideas and input. Sam decided alone what changes to make to the shipping schedule. Sam decided, yeah. According to the decision-making model, Sam used the constructive one. Consultative one. Zach is the manager of a group of clerical workers. He is considering implementing a new computer system. Before he decides what to do, he carefully asks a series of questions concerning the decision in all likelihood. Zach is following which theory of leadership? He is following the decision-making model. Which model predicts that some workers will have low levels of satisfaction because they do not have relationships with their leaders? That's leader-member exchange model. According to the Ohio State studies, initiation, structure, and consideration are interdependent. One major shortcoming of behavioral theories of leadership is that the two major dimensions are different, yet both are linked to effective leadership. Strategy for applying the leader-member exchange model of leadership involve improving the quality of relationships between the leader and the workers. The rationale behind the least preferred coworker scoring system is that leaders who are low score are task-oriented and therefore rate very harshly? No. No, that's correct. One obvious difference among the contingency theories of leadership is how they view the leader's primary task. Okay. Home. Library. Folders. Test. Which of the following is not a potential drawback to sensitivity training? Group interactions are unstructured. Action research is specific to a particular organization. Employees are asked detailed questions about their opinions of the organization. This information is used as a starting point for organizational change. This is an example of the organizational development technique known as survey feedback. An advantage of a functional structure over a divisional structure is that functional structure eliminates duplication of functions. Matrix organizations are structured by both product and function. The Consolidated Cookie Company New Jersey factory has a separate unit that makes their chocolate crunch cookies and another unit that is completely responsible for all operations in producing CCC's lemon meringue, I don't know how to say that word, lemon M cookies, and CCC New Jersey factory has a divisional structure. According to Perrot's contingency model of organizational structure, it is difficult to evaluate their effectiveness. According to Perrot's contingency model of organizational structure, Persons engaged in specific research will be engaged in non-routine technology. A group of employees meet to improve their performance by identifying the strengths and weaknesses of their interactions with one another. This is known as team building. Wait a minute. Yeah, team building. The fact that each worker in a bureaucracy has a well-defined set of tasks to perform represents which of the following bureaucracy characteristics? Division of labor. According to the Woodward contingency model of organizational structure, complex continuous process manufacturing that demands high quality requires a complex technology with a narrow span of control, focus span of control. I'm gonna go with narrow. For the past 10 years, Ryan has worked in a group with each member is skilled, knowledgeable, and performs a variety of jobs. He enjoys his job except for the conflict that arises when the group makes a decision. Ryan works in a team organization. And a university professor designated as light employees. A matrix organization is likely to have a divisional structure. It could be mechanistic as well, or decentralized. Well, a matrix organization. I'm going to go with mechanistic. I don't actually know the answer to this one. Regarding the effectiveness of organizational development programs, organized structure adjusts to technology. According to Lawrence and Lorsch's contingency model of organizational structure, as the external environment increases in complexity, organizations must increase in differentiation and integration. Which of the following is required in successful management by objectives program? That's a good question. By objectives programs. Required in successful management by objectives programs. Guidelines for improvement. Hector and Janet have both been temporarily removed from their jobs to work with a group charged with planning and organizing an open house for their organization. These two people are part of a project task force. A marketing specialist works with an artist and a designer to develop new toys for children. Sometimes a conflict occurs when the group makes a decision. These people are probably employed by a team organization. Wait a minute. Team organization. It could be non-traditionally structured as well. Bill was recently hired to conduct a survey of employees' attitudes for a large organization as an OD consultant. His first step should be gathering data and diagnosis. I got some wrong. I can feel it. Yep. So we're gonna do open our notepad and start typing things. According to Perot's contingency model for organizational structure adjusts to technology. Two, the fact that each worker in a bureaucracy has a well-defined set of tasks to perform represents which of the following bureaucracy characteristics? This would be specialization of labor. A matrix organization is likely to have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 structure? The answer is decentralized. And then regarding the effectiveness of organizational development programs, it is difficult to evaluate their effectiveness. Okay, let's go practice these in iLearn. Skip. A marketing specialist works with an artist and designer employed by a... What the hell? Did I get this wrong? I completely skipped this one. Oh well. Work for a non-traditional. Or are these random? No, go back. I want to take the test again. The fact that each worker in a bureaucracy has a well-defined set of tasks to perform in which the following bureaucracy characteristics. This is specialization of labor. Regarding the effectiveness of organizational development programs, it is difficult to evaluate it. According to Lawrence and Lorsch's contingency model of organizational structure, as external environment increases in complexity, organizations must increase in differentiation and integration. According to Perrot's contingency model of organizational structure adjusts to technology. Which of the following is not a potential drawback to sensitivity training? Group interactions are unstructured. Kevin is one of the 4 project managers in one organization, and Lisa is vice president of sales for all products in another organization. Kevin's organization reflects a blank, while Lisa reflects a blank. So, all managers in one organization. Meanwhile, Lisa is for all products. Therefore, I'm going to go with divisional and functional. Bill was hired to conduct a survey of employee attitudes for a large organization. As an OD consultant, his first step should be data gathering and diagnosis. And then let's see what's next. A marketing specialist works with an artist and designer to develop new toys for children. Sometimes conflict occurs when a group makes decisions. These people are probably employed by a non-traditionally structured organization. A matrix organization is likely to have a decentralized structure. A group of employees meet to improve their performance by identifying the strengths and weaknesses in their interactions with one another. This is known as team building. Action research is specific to a particular organization. Consolidated Cookie Company New Jersey's factory has a separate unit that makes their chocolate crunch cookies and another unit that is completely responsible for all operations in producing CCC's Lemon M cookies. The CCC New Jersey factory has a divisional organizational structure. Employees are asked detailed questions about their opinions on the organization. This information is used as a starting point for organizational change. This is an example of the OD technique known as survey feedback. Hector and Janet have both been temporarily removed from their regular jobs to work with a group charged with planning and organizing an open house for their organization. These 2 people are in part of a project task force. Matrix organizations are structured by both product and function. Hold on. Let's scroll back up really quickly. Yeah, product and organization. Because these sounds like matrix. Okay, this is organization. And then Lisa sounds sales products. Oh, another organization. But if matrix organizations are both product and function, and Kevin is here with product and function, and Lisa is here for product somewhere else, it seems like matrix and network. Watch me get that wrong. I'd be mildly infuriated if I got that wrong, but oh well. In a university, professors are designated as line employees. According to Perrot's contingency model of organizational structure, persons engaged in specific scientific research would be engaged in non-routine technology. In a line staff organizational structure, the maintenance crew that sweeps the floors of Macy's department store at night would be staff employees. For the past 10 years, Ryan has worked in a group in which each member is skilled, knowledgeable, and performs a variety of jobs. He enjoys his job except for the conflict that arises when the group makes decisions. Ryan works for... Each member skilled and knowledgeable, variety jobs. Group makes decision. He works for a team organization. According to the Woodward contingency model of organizational structure, complex continuous process manufacturing that demands high quality requires a complex technology with a narrow span of control. Oh, what I get wrong? I was right the first time! I panicked! Okay. Time to try again. Time to try again. We can always try again. This isn't one shot, one kill. Although the final is today. Kevin is one of 4 product managers in one organization. And Lisa is vice president of sales for all products in another organization. Kevin's organization reflects a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 design, while Lisa reflects a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 design. And the answer will be divisional, functional. Let's try again. A group of employees meet to improve their performance by identifying the strengths and weaknesses in their interaction with one another. This is known as team building. A matrix organization is likely to have a decentralized structure. Which of the following is not a potential drawback to sensitivity training? Group interactions around structure. For the past 10 years, Ryan has worked in a group in which each member is skilled, knowledgeable, and performs a variety of jobs. He enjoys his job except for the conflict that arises when the group makes decisions. He works for a team organization. In a line staff organizational structure, the maintenance crew that sweeps the floors of the Macy's department store at night would be staff employees. According to the Woodward contingency model of organizational structure, complex continuous process manufacturing that demands high quality requires a complex technology with a narrow span of control. Action research is specific to a particular organization. Matrix organizations are structured by both product and function. A marketing specialist works with an artist and designers to develop new toys for children. Sometimes conflict occurs when the group decision makes decisions. These people are probably employed by a team organization. No. Marketing specialist is not here. Artist and designer. Non-traditionally structured. Conflict occurs when a group makes decisions. Oh shoot. I think I forgot it. Bill was recently hired to conduct a survey of employee attitudes for a large organization as an OD consultant. His first step should be data gathering and diagnosis. The fact that each worker in a bureaucracy has a well-defined set of tasks to perform represents which of the following bureaucracy characteristics: specialization of labor. Regarding the effectiveness of organizational development programs, it is difficult to evaluate their effectiveness. Hector and Janet have both been temporarily removed from their regular jobs to work with a group charged with planning the organization and open house for their organization. These two people are part of a special team. I'm kidding, it's a project task force. The Consolidation Cookie Company New Jersey factory has a separate unit that makes their chocolate crunch cookies and another unit that is completely responsible for all operations is producing CCC's Lemon M cookies. The CCC New Jersey factory has a divisional organizational structure. Which of the following is required in successful management by objective programs? Guidelines for improvement. Wait. Employees are asked detailed information about their opinions of the organization. This information is used as a starting point for organizational change. This is an example of the OD technique known as survey feedback. According to Perrot's contingency model and organizational structure, persons engaged in a specific research would be engaged in non-routine technology. According to Perrot's contingency model of organizational structure, increase in differentiation and integration. No. Organizational structure adapts to technologies. An advantage of a functional structure over a divisional structure is that functional structure eliminates duplicates of functions. In university programs, professors are designated as line employees. We are the best. Yeah, I was right. Time for the fourth Quizlet. Because we made 10 of these babies. A theory that matches characteristics of the situation with leader decision-making strategies. What? Contingency model. Leader behavior that shows a concern for feelings, attitudes, and needs of behaviors. Consideration. An application of the findings from the behavioral theories of leadership that stress that effective leaders should be both task-oriented and relationship-oriented. That would be leadership grid. Leader behavior that encourages members to assume an active role in group planning and decision making. Participative behavior, where leadership is shared among the group members rather than being centralized. Shared leadership. A theory that effective leadership is determined by the quality of the interaction between the leader and particular group members. Leader-member exchange model. Quality of relationships between leaders and followers. Leader-member relations. States the leaders possess some exceptional characteristics that cause followers to be loyal and inspired. Charismatic leadership theory. Wait. Exceptional. Charisma is exceptional. A universalist theory of leadership that maintains that great leaders are born, not made. The great man theory. Leadership behavior focused on maintaining interpersonal relationship oriented behavior. A measure that assesses leaders' tasks or relationship oriented by having them rate their most difficult yet follow worker. Least preferred coworker. States that a leader's job is to help the work group achieve their desired goals. Path goal theory. Leader behavior that provides instructions and suggestions for performing a job. Provides instructions and suggestions for performing a job. Leader behavior. Directive behavior. An assessment of how well elements of the work task are structured. That's task structure. Theories that look at the interaction of characters of both the leaders and the situation. Contingency theories. Ability to guide a group towards the achievement of goals. That's leadership. Focus on the leadership ability to provide shared values and vision of the future of the organization. Transformational. Theories derived from studies at Ohio and University of Michigan that focus on the behavior commitment to effective leaders. Those are the you see, I want to say this one, but it could be universalist. Okay, behavior common to effective leaders. I'm gonna go by saying weird. I don't know what happened. Theories derived from studies at Ohio State and University of Michigan that focus on the behaviors common to effective leaders. That will be the behavioral theories. No, the universalist theories. Up next, we have leader behavior concentrated on particular work outcomes as achievement-oriented behavior. Leadership based on some transactions, such as senior manager, that's transactional leadership. Submit. Oh, shit. Okay. A theory that matches characteristics of this situation with leader decision making strategies. I apparently can't spell. Decision making model. And then what was my other mistake? Ah! Theories derived from studies at Ohio State and University of Michigan that focus on the behaviors common to effective leaders. Behavioral theories of leadership. Oh my goodness. I can't believe I messed that one up. Oh well. Let's try again. Leaders' authority to punish and reward flower. That is position power. Leader behavior concentrated on particular work outcomes, achievement oriented behavior. A theory that effective leadership is determined by the quality of the interaction between the leader and a particular group member. Leader member exchange model. States that a leader's job is to help the work group achieve their desired goals. Goal theory. A leadership theory that maintains that effective leadership depends on the match between the leader's style and the degree to which the work situation takes control over the influence of the leader. That is Fiedler's contingency. Wait a minute. Yeah, it's Fiedler because the other one was decision making model. Matches. Yeah. This time it's Fiedler. Leader behavior focusing on the interpersonal relationships of showing concern of workers' well-being. Consideration. Leader behavior that show a concern for the feelings, attitudes, and needs of the followers. Wait. Whoa. Leader behavior that show concern for the feelings, attitudes, and needs of the followers. Consideration. Interpersonal concern for workers' well-being. That's supportive. Enduring attributes associated with an individual's makeup or personality. Traits. Theories derived from the studies of the Ohio State and University of Michigan that focus on the behaviors common to effective leaders. Behavioral theories of leadership. Leadership based on some transactions, such as exchanging money for work. Transactional leadership. Focuses on the leader's ability to provide shared values and a vision for the future of the work group. Transformational leadership. A universalist theory of leadership that maintains that great leaders are born, not made. Great man theory. Attempts to discover the traits shared by all effective leaders. Universalist theories. Ability to guide a group towards the achievement of goals. Leadership. Assessment of how well elements of the work task are structured. Task structure. A measure that assesses leaders' tasks or relationship orientation by having them rate their most difficult fellow worker, least preferred co-worker. Theories that look at the interaction of characteristics of both the leader and the situation. Contingency theories. Hey, look at the interaction. Yeah, contingency. Leader behavior that encourages members to assume an active role in group planning and decision making. Participative behavior. Leader behavior that define, organize, and structure the work situation. Define, organize, and structure. Initiating structure. Quality of relationship between leaders and followers. Well, that's the leader-member relations. Wait, what? I got something wrong. Trait theory. Cover the traits shared by all effective leaders. Trait theory. New test. Leader behavior that show a concern for the feelings, attitudes, and needs of followers. Consideration. Leader behavior that provides instructions and suggestions for performing a job. Directive behavior. Leader behavior that define, organize, and structure the situation. Initiating structure. Attempts to discover the traits shared by all effective leaders. That is the trait theory. Leadership behavior focused on maintaining interpersonal relationships on the job. Maintaining on the job. Relationship-oriented behavior. What happened? Where leadership is shared among the group members rather than being centralized, that's a shared leadership. Guide group toward the achievement of goals, leadership. Leader behavior focusing on interpersonal relationships and growing concern of workers' well-being. Leader behavior focused on interpersonal. Huh? relationships, and showing concern for workers' well being. Relationship oriented behavior. Okay. Then. Oh, path goal theory. Why was I struggling so much on this? That's stupid. A theory that matches characteristics of the situation with leader decision making strategies. Decision making model. A leadership theory that maintains that effective leadership depends on the match between the leader style and degree to which the work situation gives control. That's Fiedler. A measure that assesses leaders' tasks or relationship orientation by having them rate their most difficult fellow worker, that is, the least preferred coworker. Enduring attributes associated with an individual's makeup or personality traits. Leader behavior that encourages members to assume an active role in group planning and decision making. Participative leadership. Universalist theory of leadership that maintains that great leaders are born, not made. Great man theory. Did I answer that twice? No. Leader behavior focused on the work task. Task oriented behavior. States that leaders possess some exceptional characteristics that cause followers to be loyal and inspired. Charismatic leadership theory. Focus on leaders' ability to provide shared values for the vision and the future of the workforce. That is the transformation of leadership. Leader behavior concentrated on particular work outcomes. Achievement oriented behavior. Leadership based on some transactions, such as exchanging money for work. Transactional leadership. What? I'm wrong again. This was harder than I thought. Leader behavior focusing on interpersonal relationships and showing concern for workers' well being. And that would be supportive behavior. Okay. I misclicked. Leader behavior that encourages members to assume an active role in group planning and decision making. Did I misspell decision making? The hell happened there? Okay, take a new test. Concern feelings, attitudes, and needs of behavior followers. That is consideration. Leadership theory that maintains that effective leadership depends on the match between the leader style and the degree to which the leader situation gives control of the influence of the leader. Fiedler. An assessment of how well elements of the work task are structured. Task structure. Theories that look at the interaction of characteristics with the leader and the situation. Trait theories. Wait, contingency theories. Theory that matches characteristics of the situation with leader decision making strategies. Situation, the decision making model. A measure that assesses leaders' tasks or relationship oriented by having them rate their most difficult fellow worker, least preferred worker. Theories that look for major characteristics common to all effective leaders. That's trait theory. Leader behavior focusing on interpersonal relationships and showing concern for workers' well-being. No, no, no. That's supportive behavior. A theory that effective leadership is determined by the quality of the interaction between the leader and participative group and particular group members. Leader member exchange model. Leader behavior that encourages members to assume an active role in group planning and decision making. Participative behavior? Ah, shoot. It's A or C. I didn't even write it down. Ha! Gangster. Participation behavior. An application of the findings from the behavioral theories of leadership that stresses that effective leadership be both task oriented. That's the leadership grid. Leadership based on some transactions and exchanging money for work. Transactional leadership. Concentrate on particular work outcomes, achievement. Punish, reward, legitimate power. States that leader's job is to help the work group achieve their desired goals. That is path theory. Quality of relationships between leaders and followers. Leader member relations. Enduring attributes associated with the individual's makeup or personality. Traits. Leader behaviors that define, organize, and structure the work situation. Initiating structure. Leader behavior that provides instructions and suggestions for performing a job. Directive behavior. Since leadership is shared among the group members rather than being centralized to one person, that is shared leadership. What? Why do I keep getting things wrong? Theories that look for the major characteristics common to all effective leaders. How do you spell common? This is universalist theories. Ah. A leader's authority to punish or reward followers. Okay. Let's take a new one. Relationship oriented behavior. States that leaders' jobs to help the work group achieve their desired goals. Path goal theory. States that leaders possess some exceptional characteristics that cause followers to be loyal and inspired. Charismatic leadership theory. Attempts to discover the traits shared by all effective leaders. Trait theory. Leader behaviors that define, organize, and structure the work situation. Initiating structure. Focus on the leader's ability to provide shared values and a vision for the future of the work group. Transformational leadership. Leader behavior concentrated on particular work outcome. Achievement-oriented behavior. Leader behavior focused on interpersonal relationships and consideration. Wait. This is supportive behavior. Enduring attributes associated with an individual's makeup of personality. Traits. An assessment of how well elements of the work task are structured. Task structure. Where leadership is shared among the group members rather than being centralized in one person, that is a shared leadership. Guide the group towards achievement of goals, that is leadership. Theories derived from the studies of Ohio State and University of Michigan that focus on the behavior common to effective leaders, that is behavioral theories of leadership. Theories that look at the major development folks. Whoa. Major characteristics common to all effective leaders. That is a descriptive statement, no? No. Universalist theories. Leader behavior focused on the work task. This is task-oriented behavior. Application of the findings of the behavioral theories of leadership that stresses the effective leader should be born task and relationship oriented. Leadership grid. Leader behavior that shows a concern for the feelings, attitudes, and needs of followers. Consideration. Leader behavior that provides instructions and suggestions for performing a job. Uh, Directive behavior. Theory that matches characteristics of the situation with leader decision making strategies. Hmm. With leader decision making strategies. Situation. That's a decision making model. Yep. Leader behavior that encourages members to assume an active role in planning and decision making. Participative behavior. So it was participative behavior. Got 100 on this one. Look, I can't be in one forever, so I'm gonna be bouncing throughout all of this. A non traditional organization of workers who are assembled temporarily to complete a specific job or project. Project Task Force. Specialized employee positions designed to support the line. Stuff. An OD technique in which teams of workers discuss how to improve team performance by analyzing group interaction. Team building. The degree to which decision making power rests at the upper levels of the organizational hierarchy. Chain of command. Process of taking the organization Process of taking the decision making authority away from the top levels of the organization and distributing it to the lower levels. Delegation. No. The process of taking the decision making authority away from top levels of the organization and distributing it to lower levels. It could be decentralization, but it could be delegation. Number of workers who must report to a single supervisor. That is the span of control. Organizational structure that divides the organization according to types of products or customers. That is divisional structure. Amount and quality of collaboration among the divisions are an organization. Uh, Shoot. Assimilation. Mm-hmm. Employee in an organization who engage directly in tasks are staff. Like line would be HR, I believe. No, what am I wrong? OD technique that uses unstructured group interaction to assist workers in achieving insight into their own motivations and behavior patterns in dealing with organizational members. Sensitivity training? Authority levels in an organization. That is the chain of command. Hold on. Something's wrong. Centralization. of assisting organizations in preparing for and managing change, organizational development. An organizational design that blends functional and product structures. That's the matrix structure. A goal setting OD technique in which supervisors of subordinates jointly set performance goals. Attainment is evaluated, new goals are set. Performance appraisal. Shared values, beliefs, assumption, and patterns of behavior within an organization. Organizational culture. A traditional organizational structure composed of one group of employees who achieve the goals of the organization. Support the line. Give me a second. The goal of the organization, the line, support the line staff. Engage directly in line. Okay. Choose matching term. This is the line staff organizational structure. This is a centralization. It's a formal organization. An OD methodological model that applies social science research methods to collecting relevant information, organizational data that are used for solving organizational problems. Action research. No. Applied research. Arrangement of positions of an organization, the authority, responsibility, relationship among them. Structure. Marriages and structures. I don't think that's right. Let's check. I'm gonna be like a 60. Yep. Damn. Well, at least I can now start doing things. The process of taking the decision making authority away from the top levels of the organization and distributing it to lower levels. Decentralization. The amount and quality of collaboration among the divisions of an organization. An organizational design that blends functional and product structures. Matrix organization. A goal setting OD technique in which supervisors and subordinates jointly set performance goals, the end of the goal period, Their attainment is evaluated and new goals are set. Management by objectives, MBO. A traditional organizational structure typified by a well defined authority, hierarchy, and strict rules governing work behavior. Okay. It's action research. I was right the first time. Oh no. An OD methodological model that applies social science research methods to collecting relevant organizational data that are used for solving organizational problems. Action research. The complexity of an organization's structure that is based on the number of units, the organizations of managers, and the goals and interests of members. Differentiation. Take a new test. So let's practice these first. Good. Organization. Number of units in organization. The complexity of an organization structure that is based on the number of units, orientations of managers, and the goal of interest. Differentiation. Amount of quality of collaboration among the divisions of an organization. Integration. A goal setting or the technique in which supervisors and subordinates jointly set performance goals. At the end of the goal period, their attainment is evaluated and new goals are set. Wait. Management by objective. Good, we got them all right. Okay. Let's take another test. Let me take a sip of my drink really quickly. Good. An organizational structure that divides the organization according to types of products or customers. That's the divisional structure. The degree to which decision-making power rests at the upper levels of the social... The degree to which decision-making power rests at the upper levels of the organizational hierarchy. Alright. I guess it was centralization. Non-traditional organizational structure consisting of a term of members organized around a particular product or project. Project task force. Goal setting OD technique in which supervisors and subordinates jointly set performance goals at the end of the goal period and their attainment is evaluated and new goals are set. MBO. An OD methodological model that applies social science research models to collecting relevant organizational data that are used for solving organizational problems. Action research. Refers to the arrangement of positions in an organization by the authority and responsibility relationship among them. Wait a minute. Arrangement of positions in an organization. It's an organizational structure then. Why do I forget to put the answer sometimes? I don't even know. Traditional organizational structure define how well defined authority hierarchies, strict rules, work behavior. Wait. Oh, right. Bureaucracy. Traditional organizational structure composed to one group of employees who achieve the goals of the organization. That is line staff organizational structure. Complexity of an organization structure that is based on the number of units, the orientations of managers, and the goals and interests of members. Wait, what? Integration. No, it's not. It's differentiation. Number of authority levels, that's chain of command. OD technique that uses structured groups interaction to assist workers in achieving insight into their own motivations and behavior patterns in dealing with other organizational members. Sensitivity training. An OD technique in which a consultant helps a client or organization study its problems objectively and learn how to solve them. I think this is process consultation. An organizational structure. What? What? Okay. It divides the organization into departments based on the functions or tasks they perform. Functional structure. Design and support the line. Staff. Shared values, beliefs, assumptions, and patterns of behavior within an organization. Organizational culture. Employees in an organization who are engaged directly in tasks to accomplish its goals. Line. An OD technique whereby the consultant works with an organization to develop and administer a survey instrument to collect data that are fed back to organizational members and use as a starting point for change. Survey feedback. Number of workers must report to a single advisor. Supervisor is span of control. OD technique in which teams of workers discuss how to improve team performance by analyzing group interaction. Team building. No. It's team organization, bastard. I swear if I got this wrong. Okay. A non-traditional organizational structure consisting of a term of members, a team of members organized around a particular project or product. This is called a team organization. Okay. I've been sitting down for too long. Let me put my... I'm going to put my desk up. So if you hear that in the background, that's my desk going up so that I can stand. Because it's nice to sit down and be all relaxed and focused, but I'm a young man. I have to stand up every so often. Otherwise, I'll develop back pain when I'm older. Too high. Perfect. Okay, now I'm standing up. Let's continue. Creighton test. The degree to which decision-making power rests upon the higher level of organizational hierarchy, that is centralization. First, the arrangement of positions in an organization within the authority, responsibility, relations among them. Organizational structure. An OD technique in which teams of workers discuss how to improve team performance by analyzing group interaction. Team building. An OD technique that uses unstructured group interaction to assist workers in achieving insight into their own motivation and behavior patterns in dealing with other organizational members. Achieving insight into their own motivations and behavior patterns in dealing with other organizational members. Sensitivity training. Small groups of volunteer employees from the same work area who meet regularly to solve work-related problems. And that is work group. A traditional organizational structure typified by a well-defined authority, hierarchy, and strict rules. Bureaucracy. Methodological model that applies social science research methods to collecting relevant organizational data that are used for solving organizational problems. Action research. Number of authority levels found in an organization, the chain of command. An organizational structure that divides the organization according to types of products or customers. Divisional structure. No, it's not. It's not. Matrix organization. No. That's wrong. It is divisional structure. Yeah. The process of taking the decision-making authority away from the top levels of the organization and distributed to lower levels. Decentralization. The process of assisting organizations in preparing for and managing change. Organizational development. Specialized employee positions designed to support the line. Staff. The shared values, beliefs, assumptions, and pattern of behavior within an organization, that is organizational culture. OD technique whereby the consultant works with the organization to develop and administer a survey instrument. I got a message. I'm going to put myself on Do Not Disturb. That should help. An OD technique whereby the consultant works with the organization to develop and administer a survey instrument to collect data that are fed back to organizational members and uses as a starting point for change. Action research. Wait. Survey feedback. A non-traditional organizational structure consisting of a term of members organized around a particular project or product. That is the project task force. Or not, actually. That is team organization. Goal setting OD technique in which supervisors and subordinates jointly set performance goals at the end of the goal period. Attainment is evaluated and new goals are set. That is management by objectives. A non-traditional organization of workers who are assembled temporarily to complete a specific job or project. This is a project task force. An OD technique in which a consultant helps a client organization study its problems objectively and learn to solve them. Process consultation. Employees in an organization who are engaged directly in tasks that accomplish its goals. Line. An organizational structure that divides the organization into departments based on the functions they perform is a functional structure. What? No. Employees from the same work area who meet regularly to solve work-related problems. Okay. A goal setting OD technique in which supervisors and subordinates jointly set performance goals at the end of the goal period. Their attainment is evaluated and new goals are set. It's a good question. Just kidding. A non-traditional organizational structure consisting of a term of members should be team of members organized around a particular project or product. Team organization refers to the arrangement of positions in an organization and the authority or responsibility relationships among them. Wait, that's the structure. Had to look something up really quickly. Found it. The number of workers who must report to a single supervisor. That is the span of control. Shared values, beliefs, assumptions, and patterns of behavior within an organization. Let's see. Culture. And then we have the degree to which decision-making power rests at the upper levels of organizational hierarchy. That is the chain of no, that is centralization. The process of taking the decision-making authority away from the top levels of the organization and distributing to lower levels. That is decentralization. Small groups of volunteer employees from the same work area who meet regularly to solve work-related problems. That is a quality circle. Traditional organizational structure composed of one group of employees who achieve the goal of the organization, the line, and another group who support the line. This is the line staff organizational structure. The complexity of an organization structure that is based on the number of units, the orientations of managers, and the goal and interest of the members. This is integration? I swear I'm wrong again. Ah! Differentiation. The number of authority levels in an organization. This will be... The number of authority levels in an organization. This will be the chain of command. A traditional organizational structure typified by a well-defined authority hierarchy and strict rules governing work behavior. Bureaucracy. OD methodological model that applies social science research models to collecting relevant organizational data that are used to solve organizational problems. Oh my goodness, apparently I just can't speak today. Action research. An organizational structure that divides the organization according to types of products or consumers. Divisional structure. OD technique in which a consultant helps a client organization study its problems objectively, learn to solve them. Process consultation. Process of assisting organizations in preparing for and managing change. Organizational development. Amount of quality and collaboration among the divisions of an organization. Integration. An OD technique whereby the consultant works with an organization to develop and administer a survey instrument to collect data that are fed back to the organizational members and used as a starting point for change. This will be survey feedback. Staff. Non-traditional organization of workers who are assembled temporarily to complete a specific job or product. Project task force. Yay. Folder. Truly, guys, give me a quick second. I need to use the restroom. Be right back. Hello, hello. Okay, I'm back. Time to do the next 5. Is the process of assisting organizations in preparing for the managing of change. This is the definition of organizational development. Dimensions of organizational structure, the chain of command. This is the number of authority levels. Directly produce, product, service, etc. assembly line workers. This is the line. Dimensions or organizational culture staff. This is HR. What organizational structure does the University of California use? I used to know this one. Functional structure. No. Could be one of these two. I'll go with matrix. No, because everyone's put in their own little section. Everyone has degrees that they partake in, and those degrees require specific professors. That's their function, to teach that section. Could be network as well, because technically they work with the other universities. Network structure. Because I realized the University of California is not one university, there's a bunch of them. That's just a guess though, like, that one I genuinely don't know. Have formally defined rules for members and are rule-driven, stable, and resistant to change. That's a traditional organization. What is done when a company grows too large? Simple, divisions are created to maintain focus. What is culture and diversity in the workplace? Globalization. Can a company culture supersede people at the top? Yes. Organizational development. What is wrong with the evaluation of OD? It's difficult to evaluate. Impact of culture on behavior. Cultural diversity in the workplace. Culture is a management tool. I think I already did this. Wait, what am I talking about? What? Okay. These are managerial relevance of culture. Organizational development. What is the results of the OD program evaluation? Mixed. What organization structure do H&M and terrorists use? These are used the horizontal matrix approach. No. They do. No, they use network, which means the University of California uses function. It could be matrix, though. Okay, you know what is matrix structure? Organizational structure in a company based on horizontal leadership is the University of California a matrix structure? I'm going to go with functional for now. How people observe and interpret the business world around them can lead to beliefs about right behaviors. This is the impact of culture. What are OD predictions properly called? Change agents. Wait, didn't we just do these? Hold on. I'll check after this. Distinct coordinated tasks. Mm, what is organizational structure? Is how they do it. Culture as a management tool. Once established, culture guides employees' behavior without overt or constant supervision. Tall and flat. This is how you would describe the chain of command. Organizational development. What did Bass say in 1983? Bass said that positive effects may be greater in job satisfaction. No. Yeah, he did. Enduring beliefs that specific conduct or end states which are personality socially preferred to other. Values. It was Matrix! I'm kinda mad now. It was Matrix. Why did I put functional? Damn it. Okay. I had that too. Organizational development. What is wrong with the evaluation of OD? It is difficult to evaluate. These are the effects of culture. Wait. Yeah. What organizational structure does the University of California use? They use a matrix structure. Damn. I had no idea. Formally defined roles for members that are rule-driven, stable, and resistant to change is a traditional organization. No, traditional organization. What is done when a company grows too large? Divisions are created to maintain focus. Company culture can supersede people at top. OD predictions are often called change agents. What is the cultural diversity in the workplace? This is globalization. Organization do these two use? Network. What is the process of assisting organizations in preparing for the managing change? Organizational development. Dimensions of organizational structure, chain of command. That's authority levels. Impact of culture on behavior. Culture diversity in the workplace. Culture is a management tool. These are relevance of culture in managerial. Organizational development. What are the results of the OD program evaluations? Mixed. Directly produces service example assembly line workers. This is the line. Dimensions of organizational culture slash staff. HR, baby, HR. Organizational culture. Structure. What is the organization design? That is the process. No. What is the organization design? I'm gonna go with A. Enduring beliefs that specific conduct or end states which are personally or socially preferred to others. Values. Action research, survey feedback, T, training groups. Team building, process consultation versus content expertise. Management by objectives, quality circles. These are techniques. A PhD provides hyper specialization on one topic, while a liberal arts degree provides general knowledge about the world. That is the difference between a PhD and a liberal arts degree. Organizational structure. What is the organizational structure? That's a good question. The sum of ways an organization divides labor into distinct coordinated tasks. 100%. Home. Test. That should be 6 done. Okay. 4 left. Then I'll take a short break, maybe like 10 minutes, and then come back. Wait, options. Stanley has recently started the DEF company, reviewed from a contingency framework. As DEF becomes an older and more established organization, it might probably adopt more of a bargaining political strategy. Ideally, an effective leader should possess high levels of all 5 power bases. What are the 5 levels of high power basis? Oh, legitimate, reward, expert, referent, and coercive. Informational if you already have power. I thought I said I'm studying for a test that I have today. What has to happen to solve this problem? In a management union labor strike, management's chief negotiator makes promises to the union that she cannot keep. This causes the union to withdraw their demands for a wage increase and go back to work. Later, the promises are not kept and the relationship between the union and the company is permanently damaged, leading to high rates of turnover and decreased productivity. This is a case of dysfunctional politics. Power is one of the strongest power bases an individual can collect. Legitimate. Well, all of these are strong. Who the hell is messaging me now? That's a different person. Then do it. Okay, now I'm gonna mute my phone now, because I would put my Discord on Don't Disturb, now my text messages are disturbing me. Terrible. When low power members band together to increase their power, this is called a coalition. Brianna is trying to increase her chances of being promoted to vice president by working to build good work relationships with other managers outside of her own department. Brianna's behavior should be viewed as not a coalition. Functional politics? Functional power? I'm gonna go with functional power. Employees in the shipping and receiving department of ABC Company have slowed down their work rate in an effort to force their supervisor to buy safe lifting equipment. This is a case of upward appeals. Is/are always serving, while is not necessarily self-serving. Organizational politics is always self-serving. Influence and power is not self-serving. The power base that is most strongly and consistently linked to member satisfaction with the person wielding the power is reward power. Karen threatens her subordinates, telling them she will fire them unless productivity improves in the power of coercive power. Employees often perform work tasks specifically because their bosses tell them to do so. This is an example of legitimate power. The use of some aspect of work relationship in order to compel another to perform a certain action in spite of their resistance is called power. Yeah. Larry is the best mechanic on his racing team pit crew. Everyone knows that Larry knows everything about cars, and because of this, they will follow his orders. This is due to Larry's expert power. Influence. According to the dimensions of organizational politics, any employee who gives secret company information to a newspaper reporter would be engaging in external politics. Political behavior involving a worker criticizing company practices to people outside of the organization is called whistleblower. Wait. Involving a worker criticizing company practices to people outside of the organization is called stewardship? No, it's whistleblowing. Tim says, my boss is such a wonderful person. I admire him so much. Tim is most likely influenced by his boss's referent power. A coworker reports an error you made to the manager. You are mad and get back at her by starting an ugly rumor. This is an illustration of... This is just being a dick. Power corollary. Gary tries to get Harriet to help him complete a... I thought Harriet was a woman. Oh no, Gary is the guy. Okay. Complete a sales report by offering to help her out next time she needs assistance. This is an example of... this is that friggin' I did something for you, you better help me back. You bastard. Okay. This is, inference. Contribute. Studies of supervisors' influence tactics indicate that consultation is moderately effective in influencing subordinates. I don't know. Moderate? Apprising, integration, intratiation. Oh, what I mess up on? Equispato. Okay. Da. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Power is one of the strongest power bases an individual can possess. And then this is called expert. Brianna is trying to increase her chances of being promoted to vice president by working to build good work relationships with other managers outside her own department. Brianna's behavior should be viewed as what? Functional politics. Okay. What happened? Okay. Employees in the shipping and receiving department of ABC company have slowed down their work rate in an effort to force their supervisor to buy safe lifting equipment. This is most clearly an example of legitimate political behavior. Okay. The power base that is most strongly and consistently linked to member satisfaction with the person wielding the power is referent power. Apparently my W is not working properly. Consistently wielding the power. Okay. Tsugi wa Gary tries to get Harriet to help him complete a sales report by offering to help her out next time she needs assistance. This is an example of the use of influence. Okay. Practice the misterms first. Referent. Oh, that an individual can possess. Expert. Strongly and consistently linked to member satisfaction. That is referent power. Brianna is trying to increase her chance of being promoted to vice president by working to build good work relationships with other managers outside of her own department. Brianna's behavior should be viewed as functional politics. Employees in the shipping and receiving department of ABC Company have slowed down their work rate in an effort to force their supervisor to buy safe lifting equipment. This is most clearly an example of legitimate political behavior. Gary tries to get Harry to help him complete a sales report by offering to help her next time she needs assistance. This is a example of influence. Test. Okay, test again. The power base that is most strongly and consistently linked to member satisfaction with the person wielding the power is referent power. Studies of supervisors' influence tactics indicate that is moderately effective in influencing subordinates. This is coercive. Ah, I got this right the first time, didn't I? Moderately effective. I'm gonna go with uprising. No, ingratiation. Ingratiation. Hold on, ingratiation definition. So you become likable to someone and that makes you stronger? Badass. I'm gonna go with ingratiation then. Research indicates that... Why is Brave opening? Close. I thought I closed the browser. Close. Why is this not closing? Thank you. Now you can hear my desktop fan. Research indicates that when attempting to influence participative managers, subordinates are more likely to use. Uh, Rational persuasion. Mm. Participative managers are managers that also participate in the decision. So persuasion. Employees often perform work tasks simply because their boss tells them to. Is an example of legitimate power. A coworker reports an error you made to the manager. You are mad and get back at her by starting an ugly room about it. This is an example of power corollary. It's just being a dick. That's what it is. Brianna is trying to increase her chances of being promoted to vice president by working to build good work relations with other managers outside of her own department. Brianna's behavior should be viewed as legal politics. My bad. Functional politics. In a management union labor strike, management chief negotiator makes promises to a union that she cannot keep. This is dysfunctional politics. Okay. Organizational politics is such always are self-serving, while influence and power are not necessarily self-serving. Ideally, an effective leadership possess high levels of the five power bases. Jack is supposed to deliver his work group's suggestion for a department quality improvement program to the department head. However, Jack has come up with some suggestions on his own that he feels are better than the group suggestions. This is a list for the groups. This is an example of uh, politics, baby. Wait a minute. Be honest, how many of y'all have done this before? Stanley has recently started the DEF company. Viewed from a contingency framework, as DEF becomes an older, more established organization, its management will probably adopt more of a bargaining political strategy. It's called power. According to the dimensions of organizational politics, an employee who gives secret company information to the newspaper reporter should be engaging in external politics. Uh, Expert powers from the strongest bases an individual can possess. Larry is the best mechanic in his racing team's pit crew. Everyone knows that Larry knows everything about cars. Because of this, they will follow his orders. This is due to Larry's expert power. Karen threatens her subordinates, telling them she will fire them unless her productivity improves. This is an example of coercive power. Political behavior involving a worker criticizing company practices to people outside of the organization are called whistleblowers. My boss is always making me do things out of my job description, complains Marietta. For example, each holiday she makes me purchase a gift for her husband. If I didn't do it, she would probably fire me. This is an example of power. Wait a minute. This is funny. So power, yeah, because the boss has power over Marietta to get her to buy a gift. Damn, it really do be the freaking female employees that do this shit. Employees in the shipping and receiving department of ABC Company have slowed down their work rate in an effort to force their supervisors to buy safe lifting equipment. This is most clearly an example of legitimate political behavior. No, this is upward appeals, wasn't it? Yeah, legitimate political behavior. Okay, I was right the first time. Low power members band together to increase their power is an example of a coalition. Yay. Test. Oops, I'm at my library. Folders. Final. Okay, definition time. Test. What? I haven't studied any of these. That's impossible. That's bullshit. I've studied all of these. Coercive power, self-serving actions designed to attract the behavior of others to achieve personal goal. Organizational power. Power derived from the person's position in an organization and form control over important resources afforded by that position. That is organizational politics. Wait. This could be politics, I'm not gonna lie. And this could be power. Yeah, why not? Political behavior is how organizational activities go as functional politics. Power resulting from the fact that individuals is respected, admired as referent power. Formal rights of authority accompanying a position in an organization. That is legitimate power. Concept that for every exercise of power, there's a tendency to subject and react with it over with a return of power play. What the hell? For every exercise of power, there's a tendency for the subject to react with a return power play. That is power corollary. It's called being a dick in the previous example. Group of individuals who band together to combine their power. That is a coalition. Power derived from personal characteristics that are of value to the organization, such as particular expertise or leadership ability. Expert power. Influencing others while increasing one's personal appeal to them. That's ingratiation. That's so weird to pronounce. Ingratiation. To get to be in a way that you like that someone likes you, so you change yourself to make someone like you, and that gives you power over them. Yeah. The process by which organizational members can increase their sense of power and personal control in the work setting. That is empowerment. Well, in reality, the word should be efficacy. It's self-efficacy, but you know, they gotta use empowerment because that's the new lingo, the new jargon. The use of some aspect of work relations to compel another to perform a certain action despite resistance, that's authority. Well, technically it's power. The power in question is your authority over that person. Power that results from having the ability to offer something positive, such as money or praise. That is legitimate. That is reward power. Social forces to affect the behavior of others. That is influence. Political behavior whereby an employee criticizes company policies, practices, behaviors in the organization. That is whistleblowing. Political behaviors that detract from organization's ability to attain its goals. Dysfunctional politics. Source of power possessed by individuals and organizations. Individual power. Well, the basis for power. Power derived from having expertise, information, and expert power. No. What'd I get wrong? Individual power. Cool. From personal characteristics that are of value to the organization, such as particular expertise, leadership ability. This would be individual power. The use of some aspect of a work relationship to compel another to platform a certain action despite resistance. Power. Is that all of them? Or is there one more I got wrong? No, it's just two. Two I got wrong. Man, my teammate is talking about how much money we're losing right now, and it sucks, but you know, I gotta study for this final, man. That's so fucked. Okay. Go again. Influence. Group of individuals who band together. Coalition. Political behaviors detract from your organizational ability to attain goals. Dysfunctional politics. Sources of power possessed by individuals in an organization. Power bases. Power resulting from the fact the individual is respected. That is referent power. Use of action to compel another platform despite resistance. Power. Process by which organizational members can increase their sense of power and personal self-efficacy. Empowerment. The formal rights of authority accompanying a person in an organization. That is legitimate power. Power derived from a person's position in the organization from control over important resources. Okay, that is organizational power. The concept that for every exercise of power there is a tendency for the subject to react with a return power play. Power corollary. Power derived from personal characteristics that are of value to the organization, such as particular expertise or leadership play. Expert power. Influencing others by increasing one's personal appeal to them, that is ingratiation. Self-serving actions designed to affect the behavior of others to achieve personal goals. Organizational politics. I really wish the computer version had automatic grading, as in instantaneous feedback. Power that results from having the ability to offer something positive, such as money or praise. Reward power. Power derived from having expertise and information. Expert power. No. Or are they both just expert power? I knew it. Individual power. The use of punishment when others do not comply. Coercive power. Functional politics. Political behavior whereby an employee criticizes company policy whistleblower. Submit test. Awesome. Home. Folders. Alright, baby! We got 2 left. Test. Which of the following insurance companies are examples of association and conditioning? Geico and Aflac. Which of the following are organizational structures? Functional customer division product. If you want to grow in your industry, which route should you take? Management. Which of the following are relationship-oriented behaviors? Supportive and participative. What leadership theory is the most popular current approach? Transformational leadership. The effectiveness of OD programs is difficult to evaluate. True. Which type of organizational structure is characterized by defined roles for its members and is rule-driven, stable, and resistant to change? Traditional organization. After Hostess announced that Twinkies would be discontinued, people began to buy as many Twinkies as they could before they ran out. This is an example of scarcity. When people feel a sense of uncertainty and look to others for how to think, feel, act, this would be an example of social proof. Which of the following are individual power bases? Coercive power, referent power, expert power. True or false? Depending works have less power. True. What decision-making strategies are being used when information is gathered collectively? Group decision. Example of application of consisting and command human labeling technique. Which is following our level of culture. Levels of culture would be artifact values and assumptions. Yeah. Based on chain of command and span of control, the shape of organizational structures can be tall and flat. And common attributes decision making to lower levels. False. What are the different levels of culture, organizational structure, artifacts, values, assumptions? Which of the following is not an organizational development technique, action, research, process, cultivation? The technique. Oh boy, the technique is not one of the techniques. Well, you see, ingratiation, that's not an organization, that's personal. Task-oriented behaviors. Direct and achievement. 3 ways to increase power. Sorry, I hit the mic. Coalitions, expertise, relationship with high status workers. What? I got one wrong? Oh no. No, 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 I got that right. Come on, that's bullshit. That's actually crap. Developing expertise. Forming relations with higher status members. Developing, forming coalitions. Nah, I'm counting that. We got 100. Let's do it again, though. To grow industry, take management. Which of the following news insurance companies are example of conditioning? Geico and Aflac. Being used, information is gathered collectively from the group and decision made by group. Group decision. Characterized by defined roles, rule-driven, stable, and resistant change. That is traditional org. Try the orgs, baby. Try the orgs. Which of the following is not an organizational development technique, action, research process, ingratiation? Ingratiation is not organizational, that's intimate, it's personal, one-on-one. Based on chain of command and span of control, shape, organization, and structure can be tall and flat. Levels of culture, artifacts, values, assumptions. Organizational structures. Functional customer division product. My jacket's getting in the way of my mouse. Different levels of culture, organizational structure, artifacts, values, and assumptions. True or false? Effectiveness is difficult to evaluate. True. People feel a sense of uncertainty and look to others how to think would be an example of... Why is my baton moving? Weird. How to think, feel, and act would be an example of social proof. Task-oriented behaviors. That would be... function... No, that's a direct and achievement-oriented. Following are individual power bases. Individual, coercive, referent, expert. Relationship-oriented behavior, supportive and participative. Centralization when a company distributes decision making it false. Most popular current approach. Transformational leadership. Dependent workers have less power, true. After hostess announced that Twinkies would be discontinued, is an example of scarcity. Example of application of consistent commitment labeling technique. Influence is the ability to convince people they should act as you suggest. Butch, 100% baby. One more. Oh, this thing. Ah, okay, I know what this is. Yep, this is gonna be long and arduous, but completely doable. Authority and expertise. People would defer to experts. Socialization. This would be that obedience constitutes correct conduct. Fuck if I know why, but that's what it says. Okay. Authority and expertise. People defer to experts. Symbols versus substance. That's the titles and clothing. No, it is. Sources of organized power. Hierarchical structure, control of resources, network centrality. Preventing employees from forming units is illegal. Organizational politics, functional politics. People refer to experts. Adaptive. Oh, this is for our own. Expose your expertise. Get others to speak to your expertise. Social functions may be credibility, establishing functions, appropriate titles, display qualifications. Source of power. Organized power. Okay, the ability to use social forces to affect the behavior of others. This is a good one. If you want more, what they can have less of. That's scarcity. Individual power definition. That would be derived from the person's characteristics that are of value to one's expertise or ability. Yep. Liking people who like those who like them. Um, that would be physical attraction, similarity, praise, familiarity, association, conditioning. Golden rule: do unto other people repay in kind. Basis for individual power: coercive power, like sexy women. Reward power: bosses that pay money. Legitimate power: security guard. Expert power: suit and tie. Referent power: an X factor, charisma. Is influence formal or informal? Influence is informal. Consistency and commitment application. Social proof application. To optimizing conditions. Newly characters, long-term security completion. Scarcity applications. Highlight uniqueness, highlight exclusivity information. Reciprocity application. Be the first to move. Door and faith technique gifts. Consistency and commitment. People desire to be look consistent with their words, belief, attitudes, and deeds. What'd I get wrong? Okay, that's fine. Well, at least I know I'm getting these right for the most part. Like, I could get a B plus, and I'll be fine. Take a new test. Sources of organized power, hierarchical structure, control resources, network centrality. People defer to experts, socialization. So, in other words, obedience constitutes correct conduct. Illegal. People who like attraction, similarity, praise, similarity, association, conditioning. Scarcity. People want more of what they can have less of. Things that are less available. Yep. Liking application. People um identify and highlight similarity, offer praise, establish true composite interaction, use simple, easy to pronounce words, rhyming statements. Okay, the rhyming statement one actually threw me for a loop the first time, but then I remember the story of Johnny Lee Cochran Jr. If the glove don't fit, you must acquit. Social proof application. Mm-hmm. We can. Social proof application. Most people follow the lead of others. Organizational politics is functional politics. Oh, give me a quick second. I'm getting a phone call. Sorry about that. My parents called me, and family is always more important than anything else. Organizational politics, functional politics. Is power? Power is formal. Social proof, baby. People follow the lead of others. Similar, most influential one. Uncertainty and similarity. Consistency and commitment. This is application. This is the application. This is the actual consistency commitment. Organizational politics definition. Organizational politics, self-serving actions designed to affect the behaviors of others' personal goals. Reciprocity application. First to give, door and face technique, gifts. Source of power, organized power. Organization from a control over important resources supports that position. If you're wondering why I'm not reading the answers, because these answers are way too long to actually read completely every single time. And I trust in your ability to see things. Power definition. Derived from personal characteristics that are of value to the organization, such as expertise or ability. Derived from personal characteristics that are of value to that organization, such as expertise or ability. Power definition. Organizational politics, functional politics. What the fuck? My keyboard fell! Okay, that's not nice. Oh well. I'll pick it up. Why did my keyboard fall? Aha! This is why I got the clicky mouse keys. Not mouse keys. The clicky computer keys. Because these things are designed in the same way that typewriters were designed during World War II. Meaning these things, legitimately, unless you intend to break them, will not break. They're a badass keyboard. Problem is, it's too clicky for most videos. Organizational politics, functional politics. Help the organization achieve goals. Adaptive. Yep. Adaptive. Okay. 2. Optimizing conditions is a competition and scarcity. Is influence formal or informal? Influence is informal. No, I actually got that wrong the first time. Source of organized power. Socialization. Preventing employees from forming unions is illegal. Organized power. Okay. Consistency and commitment. People desire to be consistent. Influence formal or informal? Informal. Social proof. 2. Optimizing conditions. People want more of what they can have less of. Wait, didn't I already do that? No, I haven't. Okay. Reciprocity application. Power definition. Influence definition. Basis for individual power. Linking application. Scarcity application. Is power formal or informal? Liking people, those who like them. That's ingratiation. Physical attractiveness, similarity, praise, familiarity, and association conditioning. Organized politics definition. Self-serving actions and effective behavior. Social proof application. 100%. Okay, so that's all of them? I'm gonna go take a 10-minute break and then I'll come back for the next part.